1 year down the line, what do I want to be feeling? Because that feeling is empowering. Where you are right now, this is definitely not the ending. This is not where it stops. Time passes, seasons change, and that is the way of life, you know. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited for today's video because this video we're going to be creating a really nice fall inspired makeup look and also just get talking about life and more. So yeah, really excited because I haven't done anything of this sort ever before on the channel. So I decided to do this sit down kind of a video with you guys because I just felt that, you know, I love this time of the year, like starting, you know, October, November to December. It's my most favorite time of the year, and it's not just because it's so beautiful outside. It's the month of festivities and there's just like a nice celebratory cheer in the air. Of course, those are factors that I absolutely love about this time of the year too. But you know, I just wanted to talk to you guys about what the season really means to me and how I look at it. So if you are aware about poetry and art and, you know, the work of several artists and poets, you will realize how they always find so much inspiration around them in the cycle of weather. And this whole cycle of changing weather, right from your spring to your summer, to your monsoon, to your autumn, fall, winter, and then back to summer. The cycle of life is so similar to the cycle that nature follows. I'm not trying to be very philosophical here, but hear me out. Okay, so you know, the season of fall is also the season of harvest. So essentially this is the time when you bear or reap the fruits of all that you sowed several months ago, several seasons ago. And I find that this is such a great time to reflect as to where do you stand and what are you harvesting and what does your harvest look like at this time of the year. Like, we're drawing so close to a brand new year. A lot of people set so many big goals and intentions when it comes to the start of a brand new year, but I feel like this is the time when you want to stop and reflect, because you are not too close to the brand new year. You are not setting goals and targets that are just at the spur of the moment. You know, this is the time when you sit back, you reflect, believe it or not, where you are right now in your life and the produce, so to speak, that you are, you know, dealing with right now is more or less a manifestation or the handiwork of what you sowed earlier. Because I feel like that is such a big indicator of how you might be living your life, the decisions that you're making, the people that are a part of your life, the risks that you took or you didn't take, how open you were to change, and a lot more, right? On the other side, it also stands for, you know, a cycle that has come to an end. The crops are harvested and it's in time of end, which means that everything that starts eventually ends. And I feel like that also holds true to our life, because if you look at the season of fall, it's so beautiful, and one of the most aesthetic things about the season is all those beautiful ochre, red and yellow colored leaves that you find on the ground that have fallen from the trees. And the tree actually sheds its leaves at this time of the year. Okay, so just imagine if the tree doesn't hold on to its leaves, a tree that is so big, that tree that is rooted so many meters, kilometers deep into the ground, something that is so larger than what we are, it doesn't hold on to its leaves. It just sheds its leaves and it makes space for something new to nurture. Who are we and why do we hold on to so much, and why do we as people find it so difficult to let go and make space for change and make space for the new? You know, so I guess what I'm trying to say is that I really love this time of the year, because this is the time when I look deep within and I want to review what did I plant in my garden and what were my intentions, what were my goals, what was my attitude, and how has that reaped so far. You know, is it a fruitful harvest? Is it a harvest that consists a lot of weeds, because when you decide to like reflect upon your life and see what your garden looks like, what your life looks like, what its components are, you realize that you yourself are the one who decided to plant those seeds in the first place, right? There is the sense of accountability that comes in, because you've realized that the harvest that you are bearing right now is a result of the seeds that you decided to sow a while ago, a few months ago, a few years ago. And unlike those trees that shed its leaves, maybe you didn't decide to make space for the new by letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. Because I feel like if you look around and see the cycle of the weather, you realize that there is a cycle. So everything has a time and place in your life, and once it's served its purpose, you don't want to hold on to it. You want to give space to the new. Look at how spring arrives, you know, it's so beautiful, it's suddenly all in bloom, whereas there's this period of winter in between where everything is dark and gloomy and you don't see the flowers blooming, the leaves, the branches are all bare. So there is that winter in between, right? So I feel like we all have that metaphorical winter in our lives where we feel like, you know, there is no progress, and there's this sense of stagnancy where we feel like we are stuck. Okay, it might look like there's nothing happening and you are not really making any progress with your life, or you know, you are not growing, or you are not really bearing any fruits. But I think we forget to realize that it is that period of winter that comes in everybody's lives. And if you were a little mindful in your season of fall or autumn, and you decided to take that step back and you decided to review your harvest and to take accountability for the seeds that you did sow, which resulted in manifesting a life that currently you are living, chances are that you will also have acted on either the art of letting go of things that don't serve you anymore, letting go of situations, things in the past, memories that are not helping you grow. If you decided to let go of all of that in the season of fall, chances are that you will go through that winter but only come out in the spring so much stronger, because you set the right intentions, you sowed the right seeds this time. You were very conscious about what you wanted to harvest in your next fall. I don't know I am making any sense to you guys. Do let me know in the comments below if you are still with me and if you are enjoying this so far. I'm just gonna be moving on to the eyes now. I've done my brows, I've done my base very flat for now. We'll build on it later. And I think I want to do like a really nice brown, ochre, orange kind of autumn fall inspired makeup look. So let's see how this goes. I haven't really planned this out. My Makeup Revolution Flawless 3 Resurrection palette for this eye makeup look. I think I'll try to do the whole look with this one palette, but let's see how this pans out. So yeah, so many times in life we are so stuck on holding on to things that don't serve us. Many times we are not open to change and to anything new, not even intentionally, you know, we don't even realize it, but there is no space that we have made in our lives for the new. So when the new arrives, we are not ready for it. So personally, when I review my harvest at this time of the year, I realized that, you know, moving to Dubai was not something that I really wanted. Firstly, you know, it was not something that I had always dreamt of. It was not a part of my plan, and I kept holding on to that for such a long time. So even after I shifted here, I had a really rough time. Okay, I wasn't really very vocal online about any of this. I'm more or less like private about things that go on in my personal life, so I didn't really speak about this, but it was not necessarily the best part, you know, the best time of my life, let's put it that way, because it was really hard for me, because this was a change that I was not very welcoming of, and I think that just made everything so much harder than it was. So change is hard. Change is really hard, especially if it's change that you didn't call upon yourself, like me moving here. it took me so long to make peace with the fact that I was leaving behind a life that, you know, it took me decades to build that life, and I was suddenly coming here. It was not something that I was looking forward to, and the fact that I was not very accepting of this change, and the fact that I was still holding on to the past, I was not appreciative of what life threw at me, and it just made it so much more difficult to come to terms with. And because it was so hard, I was in such a bad space emotionally, and my mental health took a big hit. And it didn't help, obviously, the fact that, you know, I was missing my family. I'd never stayed away from them for so long, so it was something that was like really hard. Even now when I speak of it, I am speaking about it like I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. It was much more than, you know, everything that I am saying right now. So I'm gonna save that story for another time. I definitely want to talk to you guys about it, but I think I'll save that for another time. Okay, so we'll just do like a cut crease maybe. I've never done that on my channel before. Since we're anyway speaking about doing something new and making space for the new, let's try something new with the makeup also on the channel. I think I'm gonna go ahead with my Huda Electric Obsessions palette and just use this yellow right here, because I feel like it'll give it that really nice pop of yellow of the autumns. So yeah, moving back to what I was talking to you guys about. Wherever you are in life right now, whatever life has thrown at you, and whatever situation you are at right now, takes a step back and just evaluate the fruits of all your intentions, all your dreams, aspirations, and why, you know, your life looks like what it looks like right now. Why does your produce, your harvest look like what it looks like right now? And reflect as to why do you think, you know, that happened. Because I feel like the moment we reflect and the moment we take a step back to analyze as to why our life looks like the way it looks like, why we did bear the fruits that we are you know, bearing right now, it just becomes so much easier. You instantly get that clarity that, you know, yes, maybe that one decision was a wrong one. You are in that whole cycle of self-pity, you are in that whole cycle of denial. You might be in this rut of, why does this happen to me? Why is my life like that? Why did this have to happen to me? Or you are in absolute denial that, you know, this can't be happening to me. You know, this is not what I wanted. This is not how it should have spanned out. Neither of them are favorable to growth, and neither of them are going to take you anywhere, because chances are that a year down the line you will still be where you are. You'll still be sour, you'll have still not grown at all. That is not a situation that you want to find yourself in. Also, this year hasn't been the easiest on most of us. I know that everybody has taken a hit in some way or the other, some in their professional lives, some in their personal lives, some financially, some physically. This year has been especially hard for so many people, and I feel like that makes it more of a reason to actually just make a decision as to what seeds you want to sow right away for the year ahead. Always look at life like that, you know, 1 year down the line, what do I want to be feeling? Because that feeling is empowering. The moment you realize that, you know, I will be doing this, or I will have achieved this, you will immediately feel like acting on it, and that is the first step, girls. Like, you are almost there. Okay, so the moment you realize that, you know, this is the way forward, this is where I want to take my life, you are halfway there. And if you then decide to stick to it, chances are that you are going to manifest the harvest that you so desire. So this is what the cut crease looks like for now. I really like it. It's so autumny. I'm just gonna go and add an eyeliner because I feel like it could do with a little bit of a wing. Also, like the shedding leaves of the trees, I think it's a really good time right now to review of the things that we want to let go of in our lives. Like, I feel like there are so many things that I could work on my life, let go of so many things that just make me so anxious, that make me feel so low, that makes me question my self-worth. And those are things that you don't want to nurture. So the eyes are halfway done, and let's move on to the rest of the face so that this whole look comes together. And yeah, getting back to what we were talking about, this whole video, the whole idea is that if it inspires even one of you out there to take control of wherever you want to take your life 1 year down the line, I think this video will have served its purpose. Because 1 year down the line, I want to remember that in that month of October, in that month of fall, I took a step back, decided to sow the seeds that have reaped me such a beautiful harvest today. 1 year down the line, I want us together to nurture those dreams, those ideas, those aspirations that fuel us, and that really we want to dedicate ourselves to for the next 1 year ahead. It's not necessary that these are things that are related to your career. It could be that, it could definitely be that, but it could also be small things in your personal life, like making time for yourself, making time for your family, self-love, taking care of your mental health, and so many other things like that. So you definitely want to take this time right now to see where you stand, why you stand there, what can you do to change that and to take it in the direction that you aspire to see yourself 1 year down the line, 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line. Time passes, seasons change, and that is the way of life. It is a cycle. Good things come, bad things follow, but then good things do come again. So if you find yourself in that space where you are not very happy with where you are right now, this is your sign. Take this video as a sign, because this is the very first video of its kind on this channel. And if you landed up here, and if you are watching here, and if you made it this far in the video, promise me that you are gonna do all it takes to be more accountable for your life, because you alone are the gardener, and you alone are the architect, you alone are the painter of this whole life awaits ahead of you. Where you are right now, this is definitely not the ending. This is not where it stops. This might be the winter of your life, but then the spring, summer awaits. Also, other thing is that this is such a great time to practice gratitude, because I feel like when you reflect, you realize all the things that you are currently lacking in, that could be better, that are not perfect, but you also realize that you have so much to be grateful for. Even in the worst of situations, trust me, you have it better than somebody else out there. There's somebody else who is having it worse. There's somebody else who is struggling. There's somebody else who is not having a day that is as blessed as yours. So I feel like it also fills you with this sense of gratitude. And when there's gratitude, and when you are more accepting of the good things in your life, even amid all the things that are not going your way, I think it gives you that little push that it's gonna get better. So I just went off the camera and put on my 4 lashes. This is the Huda lashes in 16 called Camille, I'm not sure, but yeah, this is what it looks like now. Such a game changer. I really like how this is turned out. I'm just going with the same palette and popping on some gold in the center. And as a parting note, all I can tell you is that the time is now. Sit back, breathe, analyze your situation around, make notes, act on it, let go of everything that doesn't serve you, and just sow seeds of everything that you want in your life. Nurture that, grow that, tend to it, and it's gonna come back to you many-fold in the time ahead. And I guess that's the cycle of life, and what I really feel the most inspired about at this time of the year. I really hope this leaves you inspired too, to do a little life check right now and just get things in control, because trust me, we are in this together and we can do it. So that brings us to the end of this video. I had so much fun filming this, putting this look together for you guys and just speaking my heart out. I know this was a little different from everything else that we've done on this channel before, but do let me know what you thought about it and how do you like this new setup. I wanted to create something that's a little more chill, intimate, and just you and me having a talk together. So if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, then please make sure you hit the subscribe button, because there's so much more coming your way in this coming month or months. Like, I have so much content lined up, I'm not even kidding. I'm so excited for all of those videos to go up. So yeah, until the next video, take care, bye.